getting the first reports from Sector 6. The barrier was disabled from within the city.
Have the CLN clean up this mess ASAP. PR can barely hold the media at bay.
The system has identified the culprit, Percival Novak.
Novak? Professor Percival Novak? He could be a serious threat. I don't want to hear about him again. Send new orders to CLN.
CLN 16, sending you possible location of the person responsible for the sabotage in Sector 6. Percival Novak. Shoot on sight.
Understood. I could have killed him at that time, but that would have risked everything coming out. He would have turned me into a guinea pig. It is time to settle the score.
Hi, it's Sin.
And be mad.
And it's an explosion.
That too.
And it's a dark room and a secret. I'm gonna let you know right now, this level I get the most amount of secrets that I've gotten in any. I get 8 out of 11.
Shit, dude. We're making progress.
Yeah.
This is like an almost, it's like a quasi 100% run of this game. It might be like 54%, but you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I get 3 upgrades in this video as a result of that. And we'll get to those when we get to those.
Imagine an invisible grid showing the upcoming upgrades.
Yeah. So, just imagine that above the video right now. I went over here because this place looks like it could hold a secret, but I really couldn't even tell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got one of those like fence type areas, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of teases.
Barely salvageable from some angles, and then that electric thing threw me off too.
I think there's a lot of like teasing.
Yeah, I'll be honest right here. I got extremely reckless when I was fighting these guys. I was the reason why is because I had practiced this level twice before, but the only thing is, I died both times.
Yeah.
At a really stupid part.
Well, this
so later on,
has a lot of those.
yeah. I'm really glad I didn't go with my initial run because there's a secret and I totally missed it, and I'll tell you about that when I get to it again.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting.
So, and another note about this video is you'll notice that the frame rate is lower than the previous one, and that is because this part, for some reason, is just a lot more GPU intensive, or I was running some sort of program or something. But it's, yeah, that's the reason why.
Yeah, so this level is fun, and, and I say fun as in the difficult.
Well, the beginning parts are not fun, and there's a certain part in here, and I will let you know when we get there, that I absolutely loathe.
Yeah, I know well what you're talking about. So.
Yeah, but there's a part near the end of this level that's one of my favorites of the game, in fact. It's just the feeling you get from it. This part definitely not being it, and the reason why is because there's a trillion environmental hazards, and there's a trillion more of those little suicide enemies, and they pop up all over the place.
Yeah, they seem to make these really, like, small industrial chamber locales, like, full of, like, flaming obstacles and objects and things that blow up.
Plus, as mentioned before, the incredibly irritating, I sound like I'm taking more damage than I actually am.
Yeah, though earlier was the first instance, the very first instance of this Let's Play that we've lost a significant amount of health. So,
yeah.
Ooh, let's cheer that.
Yeah, during one of the practice runs, and right now I'm just looking around for secrets because I don't know. During one of the practice runs, I really wish I had recorded it actually, because I did this really long part and I had 26 health the whole time, and I was sure I was gonna die, but I had this like game face on and I was just destroying everything. And this is probably my least favorite part for that, or not my least favorite part, but that's the least favorite position for that enemy that I have.
Yeah.
I cannot stand him in that small place. And there you could see the like only other NPC in the game versus an enemy.
Yeah, really. So, yeah, going back to the idea of secrets, I think they really make up like half, maybe like a quarter of this game. The whole idea of secrets is obviously a very like old FPS tradition, but I think like in this game, there's a lot of ingenuity in finding them.
Speaking of which, here's another one. Initially you think it's nothing, but if you shoot through that crack in the wall, there's a gas barrel behind it.
Yeah, there's a second one.
The purpose of the secrets, mostly in this game, I think, is probably just so you can get all the upgrades.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you got every single one, got all the environmental kills and everything like that, you could get every upgrade in one run. But and speaking of upgrades,
Here
we
it
get the
is.
grenade launcher.
About
Finally.
time. I was hoping for this last episode, but it's better time than never.
Yeah. When I did the initial run, I actually didn't get the grenade launcher. I just got help and something else, I think, and that was a really bad idea. And here you get to see it used, and yes, it does hurt you, and it does quite a bit of damage to you if you're close enough to it. But
Yeah. What I think is important about the grenade launcher over the shotgun is even though the shotgun's good crowd control and it's good for slowing down enemies, but the grenade launcher is good for mass DPS.
and pay attention to these areas, because I'm about to explain something that's going to be really fucking weird about these secrets.
Oh yeah.
Grenade launcher is probably the best thing for taking out those big guys, and I'm going to show you why in just a second.
Oh yeah.
Once I get through this, which, by the way, those melee-based grenade dudes that aren't grenade dudes are really annoying.
Yeah.
They end up almost killing me at one point in this video, I think. So here's... I think this is a secret. I don't know. But, yeah, no, it's not a secret. But
Yeah,
this,
because usually they tell you.
yeah, this is one of those parts where the game is like, okay, you decided to go get something that'll benefit you. We're going to punish you. And this is why the grenade launcher is great.
Oh yeah.
I took 3 damage from that guy.
Yeah. This game also has quasi-secrets. They're secrets, but the game doesn't act as if they are. So you get them, and then there's still the repercussions of getting them, but they don't count.
Yeah. And see, I didn't even take a single bit of damage. Now, here's where the mind-blowing part comes in.
Oh, yeah.
I hit this switch, and it does nothing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, that's where you're wrong. After I get this secret right over here, the one that's on this ledge.
Don't think I knew about this one, but I know about the one you're doing right now with the butt.
Yeah. Yeah, those gates that I went to earlier are now open. The subway gates, and within each of them is a 200 nano. The thing about it is one of them is hidden behind a wall, much like the one before,
Yeah.
and the other one's just in plain sight. But each time it spawns these enemies.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that in any small corridor secret, they're gonna spawn the rollerblade enemies or the explosive enemies, or a combination of both. It's just like, oh look, you got something. Now we're gonna have to kill you.
Yeah.
Not
Speaking of little guys, we're gonna. I think soon after this part, we're gonna. Actually, yeah, it's right after this part we find my least favorite enemy in the entire game.
Yeah. The fun starts here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm just gonna let you see how retarded they look before I actually, say it.
We're gonna let you immerse for
Yes.
for a little bit. It's gonna get really serious now.
Yeah. Again, I go looking around for secrets and take the long way around everything just because I want to make 100% sure I can get another upgrade.
Yeah, I think that's really where the 25% comes in. You want to go for the secrets because they're the benefits of the secrets are plain. So
Here we go. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. They're little guys. They're like the rollerblades, but they have propellers on their head.
yeah,
And they look utterly ridiculous.
these guys. I don't know what to call them. They just look very weird.
Yeah, the thing about these guys is that they do more damage, they're faster, and they're irritating as all hell. And
Yeah,
that's
they're supposed to be like the upgrade of the guys with the saw blades, but they just
and they have more range too.
it's like a bad joke. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like to me, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. They look retarded, but they are way better than the other ones.
Yeah, well, that's
In a sense of being able to do damage, not in the sense of I like them, because believe me, I don't.
yeah, no. They become a lot more prominent as the game goes on, so that always is fun.
Yeah. I think around the end of the game they actually phase out this rollerblade enemies entirely.
Oh yeah, they do. They just sort of disappear. They start throwing these guys at you and higher up enemies because at that point you've got better upgrades and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially once you get to what's it
The DLC?
Yeah, DLC's name.
Yeah. I don't remember the DLC's
I don't remember the name. I'll remember it at some point. Oh, Exile.
I'll remember it when we get to the DLC. Oh,
Exile.
okay.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Here's after this comes one of my favorite secrets in the game, and by favorite I mean remember the last video where I struggled to get that one secret?
Oh, the elevator secret, yeah.
Yeah, well, that one is easier than this one, yet I do this one in one try.
Alright, let's see this.
I think this... I didn't bother speeding this up or anything like that, because I don't know why, actually. I really can't tell you. I probably should have. But basically, this secret just consists of you platforming around an edge. And normally in an FPS game, you would just crouch around that edge and walk to the end, or just like hit the walk button. But in this game, there is no crouch.
Yeah, you can crouch.
So, and there's like little obstacles in the way, like that little lamppost makes it a little difficult to get over.
Yeah, I don't think I remember doing this one. I remember going to that garage area that you get up to, but I don't recall this fun little edge right here.
Yeah, the garage area.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Well, actually, I'll say it when we get here, or when we get there. This right here, you can see how tedious this is because I'm like edging around corners and everything, trying to
you were just sort of sliding towards it. That's good.
But I got it in one try, which is worth something.
Yeah, it's better than the elevator one. I actually, I don't think I mentioned this the last one, but in the elevator one, I didn't know you could sprint in this game until that elevator secret.
Yeah.
Because I'm like not used to games. And, you know, I should be used to games with sprinting, but there are a lot of games I play that don't have sprinting, so I just like think, well, we won't have sprinting in this game. But
right here, I set off every environmental effect that I possibly can before I proceed, and the reason why is because, let's just put it this way, whenever I'm walking to the next area, my frame rate right now is 60 FPS. Whenever I'm going through the next area, it drops down to 19. And you'll see why.
Yeah, a lot of, combined with the, like, save it from all these other guys that you at once, and plus, add the hordes of enemies to the environmental hazards, to the whole overall scape of the game, and it can knock up a few frames.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't want to sacrifice the resolution, which was what I was going to do for this video specifically, but
yeah,
in retrospect, I probably should have, and the reason why is because I do really badly at this segment. And this is the part I was talking about where I did really badly. But, yeah, I don't know if in the source video right now I can't hardly see shit because it's so dark, but
yeah,
they essentially throw enemies at you, and they're all explosive, and the cars in here are explosive.
Oh yeah, the cars.
And the gas barrels in here are explosive.
Basically everything is explosive.
Yeah, which is like the theme of this game almost.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of I think one of the more intensive moments that definitely get your frames down. It's one of those boss battles later. It's like a machine, and you have to like blow up its cores, and you're getting relentlessly attacked by other enemies.
Remember in the first part, whenever I said I wouldn't be using the energy weapon at all?
Yeah.
I lied.
Yeah.
And the only reason why is because if you saw in the video, I had 5 shots left in my shotgun. And those guys got me down to about 40 health.
Yeah, at some point you just gotta... Because, like I said also in the last episode, the energy weapon is good as a backup, even in its prime ground state. It can still become a good backup weapon, even as, you know, its first level. But, you know, upgrading the CLN obviously has a lot more perks to it than anything else.
Yeah, I think in possibly the next video I upgrade one thing on the energy, and that's it.
Yeah.
This right here is probably one of the most fun things with the grenade launcher. Just because it looks really silly. What happens to the enemies whenever you fire it. They all start spinning around in a circle like that.
Yeah. But obviously it's to make it so you hit one and they all blow up, so...
Yeah.
Makes it
it's a great combo, so...
Well, yeah. All the attachments to any of the guns in the game always complement well with the initial gun. Like the shotgun and the beads are great because it makes it so that you can get up close and do max damage. And the grenade launcher thing is great so that you get multiple enemies in one spot to do max damage to a multitude of enemies so you don't have to keep shooting at individuals.
Yeah.
It's much like the EMP grenades that that NRG has, where you can trap them in the stasis field and then just shoot grenades at them. And that helps a lot too.
This part right here, I just kind of edge around and I'm very, very careful.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why is because the part coming up, not the one that's about to happen right now, but the part afterwards.
Oh yes, I know.
One of the most difficult parts in the game. It's actually probably the hardest boss sort of thing in the game.
Yeah.
I would say.
At this point in the game, yes. When I not spoiling any of the fun that's gonna happen in a little minute, but when I got to this part of the game after this little moment, I think I died like 7 times.
Yeah.
Not an easy thing to come back from, I can tell you.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a bit intense after all these guys get away.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played this game, I got to this part and just it like died so many times that I just gave up.
Yeah, I got really angry. I couldn't figure out how to dodge the lethal weapons, as I'll call them.
Yeah. We'll explain all about that whenever we get to it. But we're really close. This wave of enemies is it, and it's like a secret.
Yeah, it's a lot of hopping.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely the point of the game when we start going towards non-stop. A lot of arena stuff, very reminiscent of Painkiller, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say that this part specifically really, or like the way they throw the enemies at you like that really reminds me of Painkiller.
Yeah, because
like even the garage level does.
Yeah, because you get a lot of the Painkiller-esque arena type stuff where you have to stay in like a certain area and get rid of all the guys before you can proceed. I mean, you can always proceed in this game. There's no barriers stopping like the Painkiller, but it's not smart.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see the.
Yeah, I love that alt fire on those guys because they'll just sit there and run in place forever.
Run in place, yeah.
And then they just look ridiculous with that, and that's why I love that alt fire so much. And this right here, actually, when I was playing the game, I had no idea this section was here at all. Like, this was a complete accident.
Yeah.
I just looked over here and decided to go over here and got a secret. I think that's the final secret I get, and that makes a total of 8. I wasn't counting, though.
Yeah. I imagine you were just getting them as they come, which is pretty good. I mean, just briskly just taking the secrets as they come. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think
this LP's been a learning experience for me.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to learn more about the game as it goes on, so.
Yeah. And here we have the part that we were talking about. We get up to the door, you think, oh hey, this is the end of the level. Nope, fuck you. These guys are the souped up versions of the guys who charge you. They have missile launchers on their shoulders. They don't do the charge attack, thankfully. And there's 2 of them, and they take about 10 times more damage as the big guys.
Later in the game, you'll be laughing at how these guys are so easy. Because this early in the game, you'll be wondering like how you had trouble. Trust me, it's trouble. Because the missile launchers, they crash through your armor, they destroy your health. They basically lock on. It's hard to dodge them, and you just gotta jump furiously. It's merciless. It's really just. It's more just click, 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 don't think.
Yeah, at this point, I got the very similar feeling as you do too whenever you're fighting a really big boss, like a final boss or anything like that.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, look at my health right now, it's 47. Because these guys these missile launchers are really unpredictable.
Yeah.
They fly high up into the air, and you can't look up to see where they're landing because you're too busy, firing on them. But the thing about this boss fight is that you can't stop moving around. You have to constantly keep moving.
Yeah.
And that should serve you well enough. Unlike it did for me, where I got pelted by rockets still.
You have to. It's just constant movement. There's no stopping and thinking at this point. It's all about focusing on the adrenaline. You really just look and shoot. It's pointless to do anything else. And I think that's my problem. Because I tried to like get away from the missiles, but the missiles are always going to keep falling. So you just run.
Yeah. Here's more of me lying. I used more of the energy weapon because I had no choice.
Yeah, it was a smart idea because you had to get, CLN stuff back. And there we go.
And yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. Again, this run I didn't die at all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to restart once. So.
Yeah, that's good.
And we're at the end of the level.
And we have an upgrade. That's gonna be suspenseful.
Yes, we'll see in the next video what I get.
What's it gonna be, guys? It's gonna be tense. I bet.
It's not the energy weapon.
And
either,
there it goes.
So
8 out of 11 secrets, not bad. What did we get as a score?
Still over 250, so I'm happy.
I think it's like impossible to get a perfect score. Just saying.
I would honestly, if anybody out there watching this has a video of somebody getting the perfect score on any of these levels, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, because
so go ahead and send it to me.
I don't know how it's done. I just don't.
Yeah. So this is Sin,
and this is BMAT,
and we'll see you next time.
Bye.